Are you feeling like your relationship is becoming more of a burden than a joy?
I did that for you. How do you show up for me?
I'm up on the bus every goddamn day
Come
for you.
on,
I'm busting my ass to be the best tour guide in the damn city so I can make enough money to support both of us, and hopefully you won't have to work one day.
It can be frustrating when you've done everything to make it work, yet you still feel ignored and unimportant. This feeling can be so painful that it becomes difficult to focus on anything else.
Would you just stay with me?
Stay with you? What for? Look at us, we're already fighting.
Well, that's what we do.
Trust me, I've been there, and I know it's one of the worst experiences anyone can go through. I remember constantly checking my phone and social media for a response, and even using other people's phones to call just to see if they would pick up. This behavior only pushed me further down and pushed my friends away even more. But here's the thing. You're not alone. If you're going through this right now, know that there are others who have been in your shoes, and you can get through this too. In today's session with Thinks Free, I will take you through 5 reasons why the people you love might be ignoring you even when you're giving your all to the relationship. I will then go ahead and give you 5 more practical tips on how you can turn the tables and start building genuine connections with people. If you follow these tips and develop the right mindset, things will turn around and you will start having much more fulfilling relationships. To start us off, let's talk about the reasons why someone might be ignoring you. Number 5. You're just in the company of a mean person.
You tell me when I'm being an arrogant son of a bitch, and I tell you when you're being a pain in the ass. Which you are, 99% of the time.
Despite your persistent displays of affection and concern, your beloved or cared-for person may choose to disregard you over and over again. Their actions could stem from their own maliciousness, causing you undue emotional pain and confusion. Even if you have exhausted all efforts to communicate and express your devotion, some cruel people may remain unresponsive. While this may be exhausting and distressing, it's crucial to understand that you're not to blame. You don't deserve to be mistreated, and it's not your responsibility to mend their ways. Number 4. You tolerate disrespect from them.
As you take your ass from in front of my shop.
Bitch, get out my face.
Bitch! I will burn your ass with this damn curler. Ain't you
Careful with
crazy,
that.
you fake ass Avon?
Some people ignore or disrespect you because you tolerate their behavior without saying a word. Sometimes we put up with bad behavior from the people we like or love because we feel like we have to, or because we think that's just the way things are. We may not realize that we have the power to set boundaries and stand up for ourselves. Over time, this can lead to a pattern where we're constantly being taken advantage of, mistreated, or ignored. It's important to recognize that you have the right to be treated with respect and kindness and that you don't have to put up with bad behavior from others. You can create healthier relationships and better self-worth by setting clear boundaries and communicating your needs. Number 3. Your compliments may be perceived as insincere flattery.
Oh, Lola, my love. When are you gonna let me buy you dinner?
Nick, I don't know why you don't believe me. I'm not your type. Trust me on this one. Cappuccino, extra foam, taller grande.
At times, being too good can raise suspicion among people. Rather than accepting your kind nature, some may assume that your behavior is motivated by a desire for something in return. Consequently, they may ignore or undervalue you. Showering someone with excessive praise can make them feel like you have ulterior motives, causing them to question your authenticity and feel like you're taking advantage of them. Your helpful demeanor may also make them take advantage of you without minding how it will make you feel. Have you heard of the phrase, "nice guys finish last"? Despite showing them respect and being of assistance, they may not grant you the recognition or appreciation you deserve. To avoid this confusion and receive the attention you need, it is vital to distinguish between genuine appreciation and flattery. As soon as you notice that your compliments are taken to mean something else, pull back and avoid engagements of that nature. Number 2. You do not have healthy boundaries.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want?
Sometimes, when you have gone out of your way to assist someone, it can be disheartening and frustrating when they fail to acknowledge your efforts or show any appreciation afterward. This can leave you feeling undervalued and unimportant, and unfortunately, some people may take advantage of your kindness, assuming that you will continue to help them without expecting anything in return. If you decide to stop assisting them, they may respond with insults or negative comments, even though it was never your responsibility to help them in the first place. It can be discouraging to feel like your feelings and well-being don't matter, especially when you were simply trying to do something kind. Ultimately, this situation is unfair and highlights the importance of establishing clear boundaries when helping others. Number 1. You have low self-esteem.
No self-esteem, deduct a point. Every time someone walks into a room, you compare yourself to them, deduct a point. You're a smart and talented guy who's afraid to do anything with it, deduct a point. How are we doing? Oh yeah.
You are never confident in yourself and in your abilities, and so you end up feeling inferior in the presence of other people. Does this sound familiar? Low self-esteem can be detected miles away by other people, and it could be the reason why they avoid and ignore you. However, it's important to note that we are all born with different skills and talents, and it takes some of us a shorter time to realize our potential while others take a little bit longer, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. But here is the catch. When you feel inferior, you will start to put a lot of importance on other people in an attempt to impress them. Having low self-esteem and low confidence might even lead you into thinking that the person you are attracted to romantically is too good for you and that you can't match up with or even have them as a mate. In this case, you will start doing things and putting in extra effort to get their attention. Unfortunately, most of the time, you will get a reverse reaction to what you expect. This person will smell desperation in you and take advantage of that to use you, or they will run for their life. Now that you are aware of the reasons why someone may not be giving you their attention and time, it's time to turn the tables as we promised. In this section, you will learn how to make people treat you with the respect that you deserve. Here are 5 proven tips that will give you the confidence to handle those tough moments like a genius. Number 5. Prioritize your own well-being. When someone is not speaking to you, it's easy to become consumed with thoughts about why that might be. However, it's important to also take care of yourself during this time. While it's natural to want to figure out the situation, you don't want it to take over your mind and drain your energy. That's why focusing on activities that bring you joy is crucial. Whether it's exploring a new hobby or spending time with friends, these positive experiences can help improve your mood and shift your mindset to a more positive one. By doing things that make you happy, you can gain a fresh perspective on the situation and begin to see all the other wonderful things happening in your life. Remember, you're a remarkable individual and deserving of attention. Don't allow someone else's choice to ignore you to diminish your shine. Keep being your incredible self. Number 4. Empathize with others. It's wise to consider the perspective of others. Take a moment to put yourself in their shoes. It's possible that they have legitimate reasons for their lack of communication, even if you don't necessarily approve of them. Perhaps they are struggling or need some time to themselves. By empathizing with them, you can gain a new perspective and approach the situation with kindness and understanding. This can assist you in maintaining a composed and rational demeanor. Number 3. Let them know how you feel. When someone is giving you the silent treatment, it's perfectly acceptable to share your feelings. However, ensure you do it with composure and respect. Let them know that you appreciate their need for space but miss conversing with them. Honesty and openness can help avoid confusion and foster a healthy relationship. Keep in mind that communication is essential for any successful relationship. By expressing yourself respectfully, you'll create an opportunity for a constructive and optimistic exchange. Number 2. It's never that serious. It's natural to feel a sense of hurt or rejection when someone ignores you, but try not to let it consume you. Perhaps the person who is ignoring you is facing their own battles or needs some space. It's essential to understand that their behavior reflects their own struggles and not necessarily your worth to them. You are not accountable for their actions or choices. The only thing you have control over is how you react to them. Therefore, don't let their conduct bring you down. Stay optimistic and concentrate on things that bring joy and happiness into your life. Number 1. Keep off. It's normal to feel annoyed when someone doesn't reply to you. However, keep in mind that people have their own pace of thinking and feeling. By respecting their limits, you show that you understand and care about them. Instead of pushing them to reply, let them decide when they want to engage. Remember that everyone has a unique way of dealing with things, and that doesn't necessarily mean they're ignoring you. So, hold your horses and grant them the freedom they need. Today's session was not intended to make you separate or create a gap between you and the people you like, rather it was geared towards making you realize that not everyone likes you, and even the ones who love you, have their own weaknesses and so do you. Out of this session, I expect that you have a clear understanding of all these and that you will create your own boundaries and concentrate more on self-love.